And we're joined by Susan Ames, a candidate for City Council and president of the Kelowna South Central Association of Neighbourhoods. You've described yourself as a thorn in the side of City Council?
Yes, I spent a lot of time at City Council in the last 4 years with different issues, and I haven't been very successful. We bring ideas, regulations, trying to follow the zoning, and we weren't very successful, so they used to call me that Susan person.
That Susan person.
Yeah, that's me.
So if you get elected, you'd be a thorn in your own side.
No. Hopefully if we get a whole new council that's full of energy and new ideas, that we can all work together as a team and get some things done.
So what would you bring to a Kelowna City Council?
Well, one of my strong background is, being the president of the association, I work with the community and I'm concerned about social sustainability and environmental sustainability. I've got a strong background in environmental science and sustainability. I've worked in the environmental area for over 30 years.
You know, with this housing affordability crisis or crunch, whatever you want to call it, there's a real tendency to approve projects, just get things built to increase the supply. Is that a bad position to take?
I think what happens when you do that, you may be building buildings for building's sake, but you're not building the right kind of housing. We need housing for families. Families don't need to be put up on the 34th floor, and if the kids want to go outside and play, have to go down 34 stories to find concrete and a sidewalk all around them. So I think the housing has to be suitable for families and ordinary people, and it has to be big enough for them to live in. And I think we have to have housing that is suitable for the ordinary people who work in restaurants and cafes. They need to have a place to live, and they don't need to have all their wages going to the rent. So I think we need to have affordable. Not everybody needs stainless steel appliances and granite countertops. We can build good quality housing that's suitable and affordable, and think about the families and people and children. Where are they going to play? We don't need to have our whole city paved over. We're losing all our green space, or a lot of our green space. I think we need a greener city. And I think we need a gentler city and a happier city. And I think we need to have the vision to make this work for everybody and think of our ideas and brainstorming and solve some of these problems. We've got lots of problems here.
There are a ton of people running for these seats on limited number of seats on council. How do you get noticed? How do you set yourself apart?
Well, the only thing I can do is talk about what I can bring to council, which is my sort of I would like to see more impact analysis, more environmental considerations, more sustainability. What about our infrastructure? When we build a tall tower, all those people have to go to the bathroom, they all have to have showers, and is our sewage treatment going to be able to handle all of that, all these people and all these towers? We have to think about that. We have to make sure we can do that. I know the city has bought some farmland on Burn Road where they want to put a sewage treatment plant. Hopefully that will not happen. We need our farmland to feed us for the future. And one of the things we have to remember is that the farmland around Kelowna does not belong to Kelowna, it belongs to the province. About 3% of the farmland in there's only 3% of British Columbia that's farmland. So we can't look at it as our farmland that we can use for other uses. And right now, the city recently approved putting a bus barn on farmland out by the university, UBCO. And so those drivers have to drive every day out there and then drive all the way back with their buses and do their routes and then drive up there and pick up the car. I mean, we've got to think about climate change and CO2 emissions. So there's a lot of issues, but we need to protect our farmland and put things down here.
All right, terrific. Well, best of luck.
Thank you.
We'll see you on election night.
Yes, and remember one thing, Ames for change.
Thanks, and thank you for watching Kelowna Now.
Thank you.